Yo! I have awoken. Right, Gary, this one goes out to you. The next so many listen throughs are going to go out to you, my man. We're listening to Tool tonight. You tell me how it's pronounced. Aenima? Am I right in saying so? I'm probably not going to attempt to pronounce that any further throughout this listen through, purely because I don't want to embarrass myself. I was going to say, or do the band disservice, but to be honest, they've done themselves disservice by entitling it that anyway. Of course, people are going to flop it. Tool, we've not listened to Tool in so long, man. People do like the Tool listen through, so don't thank me, thank Gary for this one. It's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be a relatively long record, because we've got quite a few little interlude bits. 1 minute 28, 56 seconds, 155, 41 seconds. So we've got a couple of like little crossover tracks. As far as Stinkfist is concerned, I think I might have listened to this on the channel right in the early days. Watched a music video for it because I remember the image, although I might have bypassed it. With that being said, I've got a takeaway ordered. I'm looking forward to that. So I might disappear randomly through this. Don't worry, it's all good news. Got my pizza coming and I'm looking forward to that. With that being said, don't thank me, thank Gary. That's my man, that's who's recommended this. Let's jump in, shall we? So track number 1 is entitled Stinkfist. Let me get the audio set up. Right, let's go. Mic check. As always, I like to give a disclaimer. We're not here to talk about music videos. You know, if something comes to mind, it will do, but we're here to listen to the music. A little bit Porcupine Tree-esque. A little bit like Steven Wilson. Good production value. Just listen to the guitar and the drum there, where they're panned, and just the relationship between the two. Is there just one guitarist in Tool, or is there two? Great clarity on the drum kit. I'm a fan of the sound production. That was cool. Yeah, that was a good number. That was a good number. I'll tell you what, I got a love-hate relationship with this band because I don't understand it up until this point the way the fan base does. The fan base absolutely adore this band. I've not had an access into this band at this point as to where I've really got it. But I like that sound, you know. Given it's a bit of a single, a bit of a music video tune, a bit of a start of the record. I've not got high hopes that we're going to remain within this space as far as the songwriting is concerned, but I did like that. I thought that was good. That was a lot better than some of the Tool I've heard in the past. So let's keep things going. Hey, you never know. I might be in for a good one. This might be a turning point for me, this record. We got Eulogy coming up next. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, listening to Tool tonight, all 15 tracks of their record. Eulogy is track number 2. Let's just jump straight in. Got a longer one here at 8 minutes, 26 seconds long. I got a controversial opinion whilst we're here. Rodrigo says in '98 Tool opened with this at the first Coachella. It was the loudest thing I've ever heard. I thought my skull was going to shatter. You know, a lot of people talk about what's the loudest band you've seen, and people talk about loudness and stuff like that. Bro, I hate a loud band, man. Don't like half of it comes down to the sound engineer. If you're in an actual half decent venue, you know what I mean. It'll be them who are deciding what gets monitored through. But bro, I don't want. You know what I mean. Speaking from a point where I've been in a few loud places at this point. I've been up front in the monitors. I've been by the amps and stuff, and I think loudness is overrated, man. I think when it comes to destroying your ears for your entire life, having tinnitus for your entire life, you know what I mean? There are certain all of us are sort of in this boat, but I've had a test done for my hearing, as to where they've stuck me in a room and put some headphones on and say click this and click that when you hear this and when you hear that, so I could like in visual format acknowledge what frequencies I can actually hear and what I can't. And bro, when it comes to some of I think it was the higher frequencies, they're just like non-existent to me at this point because my ears have been blown out, man. So I don't respect the whole loudness thing and the glorification of it. I mean, it's kind of edgy, but I don't like that. I do like this band's use of percussion though. Ticklefinger says one of the most perfect albums ever conceived. I mean, we're grooving nice, to be fair. Let's go. Only just clocked onto the bass. I mean, the bass isn't very prominent in the mix, would you say? When you pay attention, it exists, but it hasn't jumped out at me, you know. It hasn't jumped out at me. Let's keep moving. Oh, shit. Let me get these volumes sorted one more. You might have just seen a little change of appearance in the middle of this song. Don't worry about that, alright? Mic check. I just had to bounce off and grab some food, didn't I? I've got the washing machine on. Hopefully it's not too loud. You'll be able to hear it now, but it's just coming to an end, really. So give me a moment, people. Let's go. If anybody's heard Porcupine Tree's efforts in the 2000s, early 2000s onwards, when they started to get a little bit more riff-centric as opposed to psychedelic, I do find a correlation between their works and what Tool's got going on now, personally. Porcupine Tree, a prog band, you know, progressive rock band. Let's go. So far, first two tunes, the drummer's been jamming out. Drummer's my favourite part, I think. Just a very driving drummer. Let's go. Good tune. That is Eulogy. Yeah, not a bad number at all, that one. It's a good start to the record. I think it gives you a good showcase of what's to come. So we had a single to start the track off, so maybe a little more marketable of a tune, and then we've jumped straight into a little bit more of a progressive number. And yeah, that was an enjoyable tune. I'm not going to talk too soon because we're going to delve into H coming up next now, okay? There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Tool's record. I'm not going to try call it by its title because I don't know how it's pronounced. But this one is H, track number 3, devoted to Gary via the Patreon. Let's go. You know what? I'll say this from the outside looking in. All right, I'm enjoying the music, so don't take it as a, as a criticism per se. But you always see this band referred to and spoken about by people as if there's some degree of like spiritual element, and they talk about the spiritual aspects and stuff like that. It's a rock band, man. It's a rock band. It's a rock band. And people will always say the same thing. Well, I say people. I'm generalizing a lot. I know Tool fans are mad on Tool, and I love you for that. But when people just sort of fall back and say they use the bloody Fibonacci sequence or whatever and all this and that means nothing to me. That it's all theatrics to me, If we're listening to music that supposedly has a spiritual purpose, I think it transcends lyrical content. It transcends ideas as such. There has to be a different degree of it that transcends both the physical and the mental and enters the spiritual plane. And until I come across that, until I have the experience where that makes sense, I can't necessarily, really refer to this music as such. Just have a look at the table here, man. This table needs a bit of a paint, to be honest with you. Right, let's get into it. H, track number 3. The band's got a good use of dynamics, and considering they're a great band, you would assume maybe they've got 2 guitarists, and I know there are a couple of solo sections, but I think it might be a 4-piece. I think this band would work better as a 4-piece. I think what the band tries to get across, and I think the mechanics of a band like this would work a lot better as a 4-piece. You know what I mean? There's a lot of emphasis on dynamic, and you can really amplify, well, I guess with 2 guitars you can amplify the dynamic more literally, but with one person in control of the whole spectrum of sound from that one particular instrument, I think it's a lot more beneficial for a band like this, Oh, this guy in the related videos, I cried first time listening to Tool H. Hey, each to their own, man. To be fair, when I first started this channel, I listened to a Nightwish number and I thought that was pretty good, to be honest with you. That touched me. Great bass guitar tone, huh? Ba-dum. Ba-ba-dum, ba-dum. Let's go. Their use of percussive elements at times sort of bleeds into a little bit of Radiohead-esque symmetry, if you know where I'm coming from. Like this sort of stuff. As if they got a tune on this called Hooker with a Penis. That was H. That was pretty good tune. Pretty good tune. Me personally, I prefer him in that space. In the 6 minute space as opposed to the 8 minutes. You know? That's my personal taste. I know it's Tool. I'm not going to say come out of a 3 minute track and I prefer that. You know? Because each to their own and you sort of know that Tool's optimized space aren't going to be in with that realm. But yeah, I like that. I like that. We've got Useful Idiot coming up and then we'll flow that into 46 and 2, okay? See you there. Anybody there? Yes, no, bless, no people. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to Tool today, 15 tracks. This is a brief one, so an interlude sort of number, I would assume, entitled Useful Idiot. 40 seconds long, and then we've got 46 and 2 straight after. So I'll see you there, alright? 866,000 views on this regardless. It goes to show how many people are listening through the record as a whole, eh? Do you reckon we're going to have an advertisement in between? Are we going to have an ad? Of course we are.
Chocolate tastes good to you.
48 million views on this one. Of course we're going to have an advertisement. Easy money, easy money. Come on. Give a flip about Galaxy, man. Your pleasure has promised. Yeah. Whatever. Multinational corporations talking about charity and shit like that. Alright, we're riffing. We're riffing here, eh? Let's go. Bum, ba-dum, 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 bum. Alright. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go. Ba-dum, bum, ba-da-dum. Bum bum. Bum. Sounds like a Dream Theater riff. This is a great riff, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, don't tell me this is the Fibonacci one. Don't gas me on that. Don't gas me on that. I was getting excited about that on the last song, saying, oh yeah. Quad Damage says Tool's comment section is by far the most positive I ever seen. Bro, the moment if you left a disrespectful comment to Tool on there, I swear that's not gonna be the friendliest comment section you've ever seen. You get eaten alive. Yo, and I was hating saying there's no, like, you know what I mean? At first glance, there's not necessarily a spiritual correlation at all with the band. It's just a rock band. But with that being said, this band has established through, you know, that energy, through that reputation, has established a very powerful cult-like following. So, you know, I guess it goes hand in hand, right? Come on. Slowing it down a little there. Bong, 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 bong. That was hard. That was my favourite one so far. You know what? When it started to blow up a little bit and we had a couple of tempo changes and stuff, I wasn't too fussed on that as much as I was when they were just jamming on that lower dynamic at the start. I thought that was good. That was the best track on the record so far. I think that's the one with the most views so far, and I can definitely see why. Yeah, that was a good groove. That was a good groove. I like that one a lot. We got Message to Harry Manback coming up next, and we'll flow that into the hooker track. All right, let's keep going. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Low battery, your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet. That's my start for this listen through. Give me 1 second. Let's keep going. Message to Harry Manback, followed by Hooker, which is track number 7, yeah? Not too fussed on the title of song number 7. I mean, take it as you want. I think it sort of devalues the product, in all honesty.
Gonna be one of those. I didn't do courage to kick your ass directly, because there's not courage for that. I could, you know. You know you're gonna have another accident. You know, I'm involved with black magic. Fuck you, die, bastard. You think you're so cool, huh? Asshole. And if I ever see your fucking face around,
I know there's a message to this. Well, it's quite literally a message, but it's quite funny. Comments are just like one of the most beautiful piano pieces I've ever heard. A true classic, says Gabriel. Probably the best interlude of all time. Right, come on, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Get rid of the filler. That's what it is. It's filler. Get rid of it. Let's go.
New Colgate overnight.
Right. Who's this? Mind Pilot. Shall we listen to Mind Pilot for a second? That was the 20 seconds they wanted to force feed me. I'm not very impressed, Mind Pilot. Cool production though, eh? I bet there's some good comments on this one. Let's go. Someone says, imagine being called Little Buddy by a 5'7" Maynard. This is the song that every punk band that ever existed wishes they could write. I'm downvoting that. I'm disliking that. I'm disliking it. That's a terrible statement. Think he means this is the kind of anger and intensity punk musicians think they have. And someone says, punk, this is more like their most Pantera-inspired song. Someone says, don't search the internet for this song's title, and someone's responded, that's how I stumbled upon this song. Sky looks beautiful today. Quite a doomy riff, eh? Got to be a four-piece band, eh? Got to be a four-piece. Good tune. Yeah, good tune. It was good instrumentally speaking. I think, you know, I like to look at Tool through the lens of them being quite a deep and professional band, and you know, have hold them in high regards. But to write a song entitled that, and you know, sort of riff off with the lyrical content we had, I feel like it devalues the band. I think the whole sort of arty-farty stuff just gets stomped on if they were to write like a song like this. I think as far as their reputation preceding them, they are, you know, they should be worth more than that. That's my opinion. Let's just listen to Intermission, and then I'll see you on Jimmy, which is the track after, alright? Hold on. Someone says elevator music. You're not going to hear this in an elevator. Right, we got Jimmy coming up next. I'll see you there, alright people, I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now people, don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Jimmy is the title of 9 of 15. We're listening to Tool. Let's jump in, shall we? Little bit of fuzz. Little bit of fuzz on that thing, come on. Yeah, I lost 80 quid today, people. I'm not feeling myself, you know. I got an £80 gift card for someone and I lost it. Letting the bass guitar take the lead now. Come on. Ding a wang wow. Someone's found a bit of depth to this. He says, till 1 and 1 are 1, 11. That line breaks me, man. Baynhead is one kind of lyricist. Why does that break him? Someone says, no, we just don't understand addition. So we're speaking numerology to some degree, but I wish he would have given me an example as to why that, how he connects to that line, you know? Eleven simplified is 1 add 1 equals 2. 2 is the feminine, to 1 being the masculine. Masculine is the 1, is its representation of the phallus. The first, given we're speaking in biblical terms, Adam was the first man. The woman was the second human, who was the gift of God to the man. 1 and 2 equals 3. 3 is the child. That creates the trinity, if not the family unit. We go deep into that, you know. 3, incredibly powerful number, triune. With 3 comes 33. Okay, we double up and they had the most powerful number going. Jesus Christ died at 33. We've got the 33 degrees of Freemasonry. We've got the 33, what would you call them? Spine, I don't know what you call it, your spine. And so on and so forth, you know. When you see the number 33, pay attention. That was a pretty good tune. Yeah, that was a pretty good tune. Plenty of food for thought, which is always a benefit, right? Yeah, I preferred that one to the one that came prior. Not the interlude, but the one that came prior. But that was Jimmy. We've got some I can't pronounce, so I'm not going to read it aloud. But it's at 2 minutes 18, so perhaps another interlude track, and we're going to roll that in to push it, which is track number 11. All right, see you there. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Tool tonight. Last track was pretty good. This is track 10, and we're going to flow it into track number 11. This entire listen through goes out to my good friend Gary, who recommended this on the Patreon. Okay. Is this going to be played backwards, perhaps? I've still got the headphones on. I'm just seeing where my phone is. What's up? Quite industrial, eh? Quite Rammstein-esque.
In eine Schüssel geben, Butter einrühren, gemahlene Nüsse zugeben und den Teig verkneten. Augenball große Stücke vom Teig formen, im Staubzucker wälzen und sagt die Zauberwörter Simsalabim Bamba, Saladu Saladim. auf ein gefettes Backblech legen und bei 200 Grad für 15 Minuten backen. Und keine Eier.
Right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Push it, track number 11.
Bei 200 Grad 15 Minuten backen. Und keine Eier.
Okay. Push it, track number 11. Let's go.
Nothing beats it.
Darling, hold my hand. Come on. Long one, this one. Probably, no, it's not the longest on the record. Last track's longest. If it's not like a hidden track thing. With a band like Tool, I don't reckon it is a hidden track thing, Third Eye at the end. I reckon it will be a 30-minute track. Let's go. Some cool fills there, eh? Here we go. Highlight of the band is the drummer, in my opinion. I think the drummer's really good. The drummer's a really good, expressive, progressive drummer, you know. That was a good tune. They have a good way of, with the twists and turns and the dynamic changes and whatnot and the different sections, they have a good way of making 10 minutes not feel like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? When I first checked the time, we're 3 minutes in. Like that's like a standard song length. And it was just the introduction, and it felt like we had just flown through 30 seconds of the song, you know. Respectfully, it was to the benefit of the band. They made it a really good, easy listening experience. You know, I know some people say, oh, that was an epic, blah, 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 but I'll be honest with you, it takes talent to not have me sort of drop out, because my attention span of the music I'm into is like completely contrary to the longer lengths we get on here. So it seems we've got another interlude-esque number coming up next at 1 minute 27, and then we're going to listen to the title track, which comes with a video. All right, I'll see you there. Hold on. Yes, now bless now, people. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. Cesaro Sumability is the title of this one. Probably an interlude number, followed by the title track. Track 12 to track 13. Let's go, shall we? Listening to that. Alright, let's get to it. We've got a title track. Must be an half D, so we're going to have an advertisement. Don't you get me wrong. We are going to have an advertisement. It's a music video. It goes without saying, it's a music video. Right, let's go. We don't care about the video as much as the music, so I won't comment too much on it. Let's go. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Censored this one. Oh well. Let's go. you weren't aware, L. Ron Hubbard is the pioneer of Scientology. And I think the headquarters is situated in LA, right? The Church of Scientology. Yeah, I think that one in particular, if you want to talk, because there's references earlier about, you know, punk rock bands could take a lot from this band. This is angry. I think that one, even though vocally it was a little bit calmer. I mean, disregarding the outro there, vocally it was a little bit calmer than some of the harsher, more rocking songs. I think that one he sort of came across as the most cynical, the most sort of like, you know, disgruntled. Because lyrically speaking, he's put his pen to paper and written a song, and he's not been like completely edgy and offensive about it. Like, he's just saying, I hope it all washes away. Definitely not a fan of LA, so I thought that was pretty cool. We got Ions coming up next. Let's keep going. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Ions is the title of this one. We're listening to Tool tonight. It all goes out to my good friend Gary, who recommended this on the Patreon. Track 14 of 15, so we're coming nearer the end here. Let's go. Quite a short song for the record at 4 minutes. Little fade in, little fade in. Someone says, I can't listen to Third Eye without listening to this song. It gets me hyped for Third Eye. So this must be a blend into it. This could also be an interlude, potentially. I mean, whether you want to call it an interlude or a piece or whatever, you know. Sounds like an oncoming thunderstorm. Some lovely sparrows chilling out on the roofs. They're all having a get together, having a meet up there. Should see how many of them are manifesting as we listen to this piece here. Mic check. I guess it goes without saying we're going to be listening to Third Eye then. We're going to listen to it all in the same listen through, okay? So I'll flow this into Third Eye. I think they're magpies actually. They only look small. I want to put this listen through out to my cat, Jim. He's getting skinny now, bless him. He's an old cat. He's an old cat. And he's getting old. He's getting old, and it chokes me up to say, to be honest with you. But he's lived a good life, you know. He's lived a good life. He might still have some more left in him, you never know. But he's a skinny little thing nowadays, man. Eats well. It's full of as much energy as ever, but hey. Give me a shiver there. Give me a shiver. Someone says this must be the absolute worst song to fall asleep to. I actually think it'd be quite nice to go to sleep to if it wasn't like so bold, jammed in my ears. Somebody says the counter opposite. It helps me go to sleep every night. Binaural sounds, eh? And someone quite simply states Tool is awesome. Right, come on then. Shall we get started with Third Eye? I think we should. You know what, with all of these interludes and whatnot on the record, of course it's like a full project, but if you just want to get into the riffs and the songs, I can imagine it being quite a hassle as you've got the record on and you have to go through all of that, you know. You just want to jump into some beats, you know, from time to time. Right, Third Eye. Here we go, this is a beast. 13 minutes long, Virgin on 14 minutes. This guy says, funny thing happened today. In line at a gas station, this song blasting in my headphones, a guy whips around and his face drops. He was not expecting to turn around to Tool and find a black man standing there. His face, OMG priceless. He recovers and says, best song ever. I laugh and say, best band ever, and walk out, what a great day, haha. Do you reckon that happened? Simple question, do you think that actually happened? Oh god, it's turned into a... There's a race war going on in the responses here.
Today, a young man on acid realized that all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration. That we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There's no such thing as death. Life is only a dream and we're the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather.
Where does that sample initially like come from? It's not from this record, is it? I've seen them reference that in comment sections before. Bill Hicks. Someone says every grain of sand is unique, but all the deserts look the same. Where you coming from with that one? Oh, fucking hell. The guy's just one. There is nothing deeper than the depth of one's own heart. All hearts are dark until they embrace Christ's light. Depth comes with the darkness, but depth... Bruh, I didn't expect him to... start preaching the good word. What's going on here? Divinity 5102 says Christ tries to exist, culture cancelled. How dare we have you? They can't cancel Christ. Over the past 2,000 years, countless cultures and governments have tried to extinguish him and his church, but none have succeeded. He defeated death. He will defeat. That's quite interesting, metaphorically speaking. The story of him defeating death, and they do constantly try to crucify him in the media to this day, metaphorically speaking. That's fascinating. The prophesized sort of elements of the holy word is very fascinating to me. Oh God, sorry people. We're supposed to be listening to Tool here, but I like it when people start getting into this stuff. I do think the guy sounds like Stephen Wilson. What's he called? Maynard. I should know, shouldn't I? But here we are. Donk. We don't hear dual guitars used often. We got some here. 2 guitars ringing off same time. Let's go. Ba-ba-ba-da. Great build up here, eh? Let's go. Ooh. This is heavy. This is heavy. Let's go. That's a very Tool riff with the bass guitar there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. Boom, boom. Dun, dun, dun. That was an epic, eh? It's a good line, that prying open my third eye. I think that's a good line. That's a good line, that. So there we go. What a banger to finish on. That was a really good song to finish on. That was a really good song to finish on. That was incredibly professional. That was really good. Yeah. That is like if I'm to understand the sort of fanaticism when it comes to Tool and their fan base, that track would sum it up for me, because I can see what you're seeing with that one. A lot of depth to it. Generally speaking, I've not really followed the lyrical content, and I know that means ever so much as far as how you perceive the band. But I'm going to do one last video now. I'll give you my final overview, and I'll rate this record out of 10. I'll see you there, alright? Mic checker, microphone wrecker. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, with my swivel. It's winding me up. Should I tighten it? Yeah, I should, but it keeps coming loose. That's what you get for buying cheap gear, right? Just listen to Tool. Probably a bunch of fellas who don't buy cheap gear. I would like to assume that the album is called Aenima, but who am I to work that out at? One moment. You'll still be able to hear me, people, don't worry. So this listen through went out to my good friend Gary, who recommended it on Patreon. Speaking to Gary for some time, and he always puts forth some fantastic recommendations. This being one. We listened to Tool not so long back. In the grand scheme of this channel, it was quite a while back. Last time we listened to Tool, I think we listened to a few Tool albums now, if not two, possibly three. You know, and this was filling in the gap. I think we did Lateralis, and we definitely did the one earlier. That's for definite. We had 15 tracks on here. Some of them interlude as far as like song length and content is concerned. The rest being quite cohesive. You know, as inventive Tool is, Tool do have a sound. Tool definitely have a sound, because all of the longer length songs, albeit quite experimental in structure and dynamic and whatnot, we still do hear the Tool sound. They don't necessarily stray off of that, and that tends to be like palm muted lower dynamic guitar with like a hypnotic bass line riff, which tends to be pretty good. I mean, my favourite one was 46 and 2. I thought the riff was quality. I really like the bass riff on that one. And yeah, let's talk about the content. So the sound production was good. Sound production was very good. They gave a great big presence to what seemed to be a relatively limited instrumental. You know, we didn't have 20,000 different band members playing all sorts of stuff here, there, and everywhere. Vocal line was quite good. His vocal performance, honestly, isn't really anything that appeals to me. I used to be a very big Porcupine Tree fan, and Stephen Wilson, who fronts that band, sort of has a voice reminiscent of this. I found a lot sort of in correlation. like when Porcupine Tree started putting the Sims down and picking guitars up a little bit more. I heard a little bit of a crossover from that to what I'm hearing now with Tool. You know, like a proggier drop D rock band. I mean, Tool might be an E standard in all honesty, but I could see them being in D from time to time. Where do we go from here? So, lyrically speaking, a lot of people love the lyrical content. I think the lyrical content is really what garners a lot of the cult-like following. But me, I wasn't really paying too much attention to the lyric, nor am I reading the lyric, because that's not how I enjoy music. That's not how I listen to music. My reaction isn't going to stray from how I generally would listen to music. So that's what you get with me. I don't pick up on that side of things when it comes to Tool. Some things you can make sense of. Some things, you know, with his vocal performance and the way he puts things forward, you might not necessarily catch on to. Albeit there might be, you know, quite a legitimate, you know, meaningful message behind it. When they're coming out with tunes like Hooker with a Penis, I think that devalues everything. I've heard in a couple of earlier records, they've done sort of like a bit of an edgier song and this and that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for Tool. I can't hold them in high esteem and sort of honour their reputation as being big brains when they sort of devalue it and muddy the water a little bit with like the edginess. I think that is corny. I think that is corny. But with that being said, that's art because it gives you something to talk about. So it's not necessarily an incredible detraction because it's a talking point. But I'd rid of any sort of like higgledy-piggledy jokes and inside jokes and, you know, edgy factors, to be honest. I'm just not into that. I'm not into that. Well, I might be from time to time, but I'm not into it with this particular band because everyone advertises it as like the spiritual be-all and end-all of music and, oh, so deep and, oh, that. If that's the case, I don't want to hear that crap. So, if I'm going to rate this record, I'm not. Because I know you people absolutely love Tool, and I'll tell you what, I sort of don't feel the music too much. It's not necessarily for me. It's not a band that suits my tastes. First and foremost, I like a little bit more direct music. Progressive music would have entertained my younger self, but now I like simplicity. And the band is more simple than what, you know, some people may advertise it as. Instrumentally, they're relatively simple, but they're very good at creating dynamic shifts and changes to the energy and the audacity of what you're hearing. They're very good at that, you know. But instrumentally speaking, you know, it's not too problematic. If you wanted to pick up the guitar and play a couple of Tool riffs, I'm sure it wouldn't be that problematic. With that being said, let's move on to my favourite point, actually. I can't leave this bit out. The drummer, I think, is the best part of this record. I think the drummer's very good. I think the drummer's tight as nails. I think the drum sound on this record is really good. And yeah, I like the drummer a lot. The drummer's my favourite part. Drummer drives the record. The drummer gives Tool this just driving consistency to get you from A to B, and I gotta rate that. On that note, I'm signing out, people. See you till the next time. Peace.